Hey guys, welcome back. Um, Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. The last two videos I did was way over there. Um, this is the main space where me and a friend of mine play, and this is my Minefactory Reloaded farm setup. And I have a patch that allows you to use Minefactory Reloaded harvesters and planters on magical crops. So I've been growing redstone, glowstone, diamond, stuff like that. Very useful mods to have. If you don't have them, you should check them out. Um, I will put links to at least Minefactory Reloaded and the patch for it in the description. But I'm going to show you how I set this all up. And over here I have these tesseracts. Say they're from Advanced Genetics, but they're not. They're from Thermal Expansion 3. And these are all the farms. You have the planter below the 9 dirt blocks, and power all comes from our Tesseract power network. And I have one down here that I haven't quite finished building, so I was going to build it so you could see how it works. And here we go. So the first thing to do is to find the center block, which is this one right here, I believe. Yes, it is this one right here. So you want the planter, and you want the planter right there. The planter goes right directly below the center block. And I put a piece of glowstone for lighting right below that. So that is right there. Then on top of, in front of the glowstone, I put a chest, wooden extraction pipe. That's from Buildcraft. I like Buildcraft pipes just because they interact with pretty much everything pretty well. Need a redstone engine, a lever, or you can use a torch, or really it doesn't matter, just anything that generates a redstone signal. And then we have to go back up top to set that up. We need power to the planter, so as you can see, I ran that. You know, this is just the main line that all the power comes off of. I believe you can power those from any side. It does not matter. And then we need power up top too. So I'll go place those after we're done here. And then we've got these are insertion pipes from additional Buildcraft objects. And the reason I use them is because they will always insert into an inventory if they can. The only time they will pass the object onto another pipe is if there's no space available. So what I use that to do is, so this, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Seeds come out of this chest, and then they're pumped to here. And if there's no room in there, they'll get passed back down to here, and if there's room in the chest again, they'll be passed back into the chest. If not, then they'll be sent to this, which goes over to all the way down at the end as a void chest that will just delete them, so we don't end up with tons of extra seeds that we just don't need. So over here, I'm going to use a diamond sorting pipe, I think. Yes, I am. And then that is going to feed to here, like this. Oh, no. No, that's not going to be right. I need this to go move down one. And then we'll have this go over here and down. Oh, no, one more over. And into the chest. So what happens is two things come out of these particular, pretty much any crops have two products, except for carrots and potatoes. But wheat, pretty much all the essence crops, anything that gets when they generate, the diamond essence or the redstone essence or whatever you're growing, particularly for these magical crop seeds, they'll generate a seed and an essence. The essence gets spit out along there and sent to the chests at the very front, and the seed gets pumped back into the system. and and this chest just basically acts as a buffer, so there's more if we ever need them for anything. Now let's go up top, set up the planner, and I'll show you how it works. Run. Little obstacle course going on down here. A zombie. I do not know what is the deal with all the zombies. This place is pretty well lit up. So this is row 2. Run all the way down to the end. And you can see I've already got quite a few of them set up. So you get the idea of what we're going to be doing here. The top is pretty simple. Water source block there, which irrigates all 9 of the dirt blocks. Then you've got this up there like that. Boom. Power. Now I forget if I have to place yep, that was the right way. So you have to make sure that when you place that, the choppy part is facing out, so that when you apply so that it will, it only harvests in a 3x3 area in front of it. Now the thing that I'm not using here, and apparently I'm out of pipes. How did I run out of pipes? Well, whatever. Normally you'd hook that up and then it would, start to function, and I'll fix that after the video is over. But you can walk over here and you can see that, these, glowstone and, they're crops, they get harvested. The planter then will replant them if it has seeds available, and, cycle continues to infinity and beyond. Now, the range of these, by default, they only have a 3x3 area that they work on. The range of them can be upgraded to pretty big using, I think the best item for upgrades is glowstone, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Or not glowstone, emerald blocks, or emerald upgrade. But the thing I don't like about that is how long it takes, because these things scan each block in front of them to know if the crop is ready to be harvested or not. So the bigger it is, the longer it takes to scan. And when you go to the maximum upgrade size, it takes well over a full minute for it to cycle through. So if you have, all your crops are ready to be harvested, it'll take a full minute before it'll harvest them all and then replant them all. So I've just figured this, having a lot of smaller farms versus, a few larger ones would allow me to do things a little faster, and I can have a little more diversity in what I'm planting. I mean, I know these things have filters on them and you can set them up that way, but not what I wanted to do. So thanks for watching. I hope you found it educational, and I'll see you next time.